Welcome, folks, to the dream log. Bug on my elbow. Today is August 11th, is it? Yeah, August 11th, 2021. Let's see, in this dream, I'm kind of in a little, it's a carnival. It's a mini carnival, kind of up on this highway, kind of tucked in the middle of nowhere. Real small carnival. But the first thing I decided to do is I decided I want to start flying. I have a history of being able to fly in my dreams. It's very cool. Just kind of flutter the hands a little bit and poof them off, and I'm just floating around. What I found odd during this particular flying experience is I noticed the power lines. Never thought about this before in my flying dreams. I noticed there were power lines, and I'm like, man, I could very easily fly into one of these things and electrocute myself. So I landed on the other side of the highway, which was downhill. It was a little bit uphill where I started, which is where my truck was parked. And I believe when I took off from flying, it was daytime out, and when I landed, all of a sudden it was nighttime. I wasn't flying around for very long, 10, 20 seconds. And when I landed, there was this dog, little puppy, and it just started biting my hands. Not too hard to, like, cut the flesh or draw any blood, but, like, if I had attempted to, like, try to pull my hands away, I felt like it would have cut them. But then I ended up finding the owner, not too far from where I landed. I'm like, dude, your dog's biting my hands, man, look at this. So then I wandered back up to the truck, and I remember having like a deck of cards up there. Possibly some cigarettes in that same pack, which I found very odd. But then the whole the whole vibe changes. The part that's uphill is now the back part of this bedroom, and I walk. What used to be the highway is now a wall and a doorway, and they're all playing cards. Like, oh snap, let me in on this. So the dealer was to my right, big blind was to my right, and I believe the bids were 10 and 20 cents, 15 cents or something like that. Really weird numbers seem to make more sense in my dream that don't at this point. 15-cent big blind, I don't know. But I remember before I got my cards, I raised it up to 40 cents. I'm like, 40 cents blind. Come on, let's get some money rolling here. And then I remember after all that, the flop was already out there, and I'm like, oh, I'm making it 50 cents. And I bid 50 cents with an actual 50-cent coin. Again, were those Eisenhower coins? I don't think that's right. Eisenhower might not be the right one, but after I made my bid, I realized that my hand had been turned up, and I had I believe I had a 3-card hand, and the flop was something along the lines of like a 8 of hearts, and my hand there was also a jack of clubs and an 8 of clubs, and now my hand was a queen, 10 and 9 of clubs, so I had hit a straight flush right off the bat. My cards had been shown, which I now realized, and I'm like, oh crap, try and pull them back over. Of course everybody folded. Then it was my deal, apparently, so the deal, big blind skipped over or something, so now I was dealing, and they hand me what must be copy paper sized, letter sized deck of cards, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. I ain't gonna try shuffling these things. I got a deck of cards in the back, so I went back, and but see, the weird thing is now it was back to the highway, and I'm in the truck looking for them. I can't find these things, and I come back into the room, and everybody's outside. Not everybody. A couple people are still inside. Oh, I'm gonna go outside. Apparently they were all smoking grass outside. And they were just getting done smoking this big stogie. It was kind of down to the end of it. And the guy who had it, he's a dark-skinned fellow with curly hair. He didn't have that darker skin. It was kind of lightish, but he had this accent like he was from Chicago or something. I remember taking 2 puffs off of that, and he had offered, like, oh, I got more, you want to smoke more? I'm like, nah, man, 1 or 2 hits will cause me to spin up into the mist. So, then we kind of decide to walk in. That's when I wake up, and I remember when I started this dream, it was 11:12 on my clock, because I'd woken up. Oh, I still got time to go to sleep. And now when I woke up this second time, it was 11:45. Now this dream felt way longer than, 33 minutes, which I found weird. I don't know, food for thought there. This is the dream log.